Today we're going to be taking a look at yet another brain-dead internet drama. And honestly, after this entire situation that we're about to talk about in this video, I'm just 100% convinced that there's no such thing as winning on the internet. If you ever even slightly do or say the wrong thing, everyone's going to try and attack and cancel you. And it seems like now the same goes for the opposite of that as well. If you're too nice and generous, people will also try and attack and cancel you. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I'm sure I don't need to explain who this guy is, so I'm just not going to. If you don't know who Moist Critical is, then I'm not even sure how you found this video. But recently, there's been a few people attacking Moist Critical / Penguinz0 because of his recent donation streams. Now, if you've been in the commentary loop or just any sort of drama loop at all for the past while, you can probably tell already just from the word donation alone that this case is probably going to be pretty similar to what happens to Mr. Beast basically every video he uploads, and it pretty much is. It's really just the exact same thing that Mr. Beast constantly gets attacked for every video he uploads. But going back to Critical, he's recently been doing some streams where he just has his fans submit like this Google form that he has posted, where he'll just have them pretty much ask for however much money they want, obviously a reasonable amount, and then give him the reason why they want it. Like, for example, they'll ask for like $1,000 or something because they're behind on rent or something like that, or maybe they'll even shoot for the stars here and go for like 5K because they really need a car or something to be able to do who knows what. But you guys get the point. It's just a form he created and a way to obviously give back to his fans because he clearly sees himself in a privileged enough position to where he's able to do that. It just seems like nothing but a good cause. But like everything on the internet ever, of course there's people that somehow have a problem with this, and they're of course gonna try to spin it into something that it's not. So what people have recently picked up on is that he's doing a decent amount of these streams around tax season, and it looks like all of the same brain dead people combine their heads together to create a mass of one brain cell and come to the conclusion that he's solely doing this so he can mark it down as a tax write-off. And don't worry, of course we're gonna go into how wrong this is, but before we even do that, let's just imagine that this was the case and this was specifically for a tax write-off and it was really just a way for him to benefit himself. It still really doesn't change much. I have the same take on this that I have on the Mr. Beast situation every time people attack him for having ulterior motives, but like I just said, even if that was the case, it doesn't change much. Even if he was solely doing it to be a tax write-off, nothing changes in the end. If anything, it's probably even better, because if that was the case, he gets a tax write-off, and whoever's getting the money gets the money. It's honestly just a win-win situation if that was the case. And when it really comes down to it, ask the people that are getting these various amounts of money if they care what he's giving them the money for. Of course they don't care. They're just happy that they're getting the money. And the same thing goes for all of these Mr. Beast videos. Let's just say for a second that Mr. Beast is doing all these giveaways and different types of videos solely to make himself look better. Even if that was the case, the end result still doesn't change. People still end up heavily benefiting from it. But now that we got that out of the way, we can just move into how wrong these people are. And Critical probably explains it the best himself because he talked about it a decent amount on the stream because he clearly cares about this situation and probably doesn't just want a flood of misinformation going around. So I'm gonna just go ahead and play the clips of him talking about it.
I really feel like the people that keep parroting, the giveaway streams are all just a tax write-off for Charlie, this is fucking foul. I'm pretty sure they just heard that term either from their parents during like an argument or something, or through just doom scrolling on Twitter and they see a bunch of people vomiting, regurgitating these completely wrong things into each other's mouths and just patting each other on the ass for the enlightenment. You can Google this information and within the first 4 results get the official response. Can you write off donations to individuals as some kind of charity tax deduction? The answer is a resounding fucking no. Gifts to individuals are not deductible. Only qualified organizations are eligible to receive tax-deductible contributions. And since I'm so confident you don't know what tax deductions are, you just have heard the term tax write-offs, I'll go ahead and explain that a tax write-off is the same thing as a tax deduction here. Now there is something kind of like a giveaway expense that can be used as a write-off, but as I understand it, you can't deduct the value of gifts you make, and this usually applies to products, and usually products that apply to advertising your business. I couldn't find too much information on just giving away money itself to a bunch of different people. All this information is right there at your fingertips. You could have just opened a new tab next to Twitter right before making your tweet thread about how this is all just some kind of galaxy brain supervillain plot for me to get tax write-offs and goodwill through doing giveaway streams, and you could have just Googled, is this shit like tax deductible?
Now, after watching these clips, the only thing that I could think that explains this the best is just the blind following the blind. It seems like people just really want anything to be mad about, and as soon as someone brings up anything that they can potentially ride and be mad about, then they'll just take it and run with it. There's no such thing as research, there's no such thing as asking the person if this is actually the case or not. It's just, let's just attack them. And one of the worst parts about this as well is most of these people complaining about this either aren't 18 at all, so they don't even know what taxes are, nor how you go about anything with them. And while I'm talking about that, I'm also not even gonna act like I'm the tax person ever or the financial person ever, because I'm not. That's mainly why I let Critical explain that clip himself, because I don't really know how taxes and tax write-offs work myself. But going back to what I was just saying, these people either just don't know anything about taxes at all, or for the most part, probably 99% of these people aren't donating anything themselves. It's crazy how you can complain about someone doing something good, no matter what reason it's for, because we already established the end result doesn't change, while also not contributing to anything themselves. This also loops back around to the point that there's really no winning. These people on the internet, and better yet, I should just say mainly Twitter, they're always attacking rich people or just people with a decent amount of money, and just always saying, oh yeah, you're not donating enough, you're not doing enough, you're not giving enough back. And the second that they do actually want to donate and give back, they just get attacked for that as well. There's genuinely just no winning. These people just want a reason to be mad. Like I said in my Mr. Beast video as well, I'm certain that if Critical found the cure to fucking cancer and managed to get it to everyone affordably, people would still find a way to attack and try to cancel him. Oh, who does this guy think he is? He's curing the illness ever. He probably thinks that he's Jesus himself or something. Look at him just sitting up there on his high horse. Like, I swear, there's genuinely just no winning. And going back to the taxes situation, he goes more in depth on this as well, and pretty much basically says that even if there was a way for him to write it off as taxes, he just wouldn't.
Even if there was a way of being able to write off everything, it's not something that I'm interested in doing either. I don't do it for that reason. It's just that simple. I've said this a lot, but everyone has this desire to prove some kind of deep-seated diabolical motivation behind everything, even the most simple shit. And it's not always the case. Here it really is as simple as, I recognize how unbelievably fucking lucky I got in life to be where I am at the current moment. And I want to do the best I can to be able to help other people from this position. And a really fun way that I've been enjoying doing this is through stream giveaways, where, again, people that are just on stream fill out a Google form, they tell me how much money they want or need, and they tell me what it's going to be used for, they give me their PayPal email, and I just send it. I just go through randomly, send like between like 5 and 10K per stream here, and just try and help as much people as I can. Because I'm in a lucky position to be able to do that. And maybe this seems like an overblown reaction to it, because I understand it's not the majority of people that feel this way, but it's not a small amount either. There have been people, and this was during one of the earlier giving away streams, that have put in entries that call me out for being a piece of shit for even doing it in the first place. They went through the time of filling out the Google form, taking up a spot from someone else just to tell me that I'm a piece of shit for giving away money to viewers. Like, how would that not hurt me? And it's all based off this belief that I'm doing it as some kind of fucking tax write-off or doing it just for, like, goodwill. When have I ever done anything like that? I'm doing this just because I enjoy being able to help other people. I've said that since day fucking one.
Now, after him talking about this situation here and just calling out the people that are trying to talk shit about him for no reason, there should just really be no more if, ands, or buts, no attacking him or anything, because you can clearly see that he's rightfully pretty upset about this, and if you know anything about Critical, he rarely gets heated. So if he's genuinely upset about this, you can tell that he's pretty fucking serious. And like you also seen from that clip, it wasn't just them like donating something to his stream to get the text-to-speech speech or typing it in his chat, there were people going out of their way to waste time and space filling out these forms to just really make a fake hate form to pretty much have a almost 100% way that he sees the message and knows that these people are attacking him and calling him out for just solely doing this for a selfish reason and writing it off as like some sort of tax deduction. And all I really have left to say is that these people are just truly miserable. If your life is so sad and you're such a low-down person that all you're looking to do is attack people so much that you're even going after the good guys now, then you're genuinely just a lost cause. You need some sort of help, counseling, therapy, I don't know what, but you need something. But that really seems like it for this video, just talking about absolute low-life, brain-dead, degenerate, mainly Twitter idiots. And if you liked any part of the video and you're also not a brain-dead Twitter user, make sure to drop a like and maybe even subscribe. We're coming up on 500 soon, but with that said, that's pretty much it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.